Whoever holds this hammer, may he be worthy, will possess the power of Thor! I'm Natasha, and today we're going to be counting down my least favorite Marvel movies to most favorite in time for Infinity War. It's been 10 years since Iron Man hit the theaters and since the Marvel Cinematic Universe came into our lives. Do y'all remember where you were when Marvel dropped their timeline and it was like, oh, 2018. Infinity War comes out and everyone's like freaking out because like Infinity War and Thanos, because no one knew who Thanos was if you didn't read the comics, if you watched Avengers back in 2012. I remember thinking the year of 2018 was so future. Over the summer, I rewatched every single Marvel movie. I bought every single Marvel. I now own every single Marvel movie. You can come to me. I'll let you rent one if you really want it. It's gonna be called Natasha's Blockbuster, Natasha's Marvel Blockbuster. I have seen every single movie except for 2 in the movie theaters. I saw Iron Man in 2008 with my dad. My dad was a huge movie buff. He was on the ball with Iron Man. He knew what was coming. He's like, we have to be there. We have to see this movie. As soon as I watched the films this summer, I knew I needed to do this list. So there are 18 films in the Marvel Universe, and there are 3 phases. We are approaching the end of phase 3, starting from the bottom to the top. Number 18. This is easy. When I was doing my rewatch of all the Marvel films this last summer, this is the only film my brother and I watched 5 minutes of, and it was only for Tony Stark at the end of it, and it's Incredible Hulk. I saw this one in theaters. I think I liked it. I know I enjoyed the Eric Bana one much more. There's really not much to say about it. The only reason why you would ever need to watch The Incredible Hulk is just for the end credit scene, because if you haven't seen it, it's fun to see RDJ pop up at the end. And also Lieutenant General Ross, which is William Hurt. He shows up in Civil War. Some people are gonna be really mad at me. I didn't put this one last because I had to put The Incredible Hulk last because I couldn't rewatch it. But this is probably like one of my least favorite Marvel movies. Captain America, the First Avenger. No, I do not like this film. I like up until the part he gets buff. Everything after that, I get bored. I like to see him bulk up and then like run after the bad guy. But after that, I'm bored. I feel like I saw a much better version of this film in theaters this past summer. It was called Wonder Woman, and it was with a woman. I just feel like they did such a better job with like wartime. I felt more empowered. I'm not trying to roast Captain America here. I mean, it set up Steve Rogers, whom I love and adore. When I watch Captain America, yes, I get bored, but I don't feel like this empowerment when he like goes and saves everyone. Like he doesn't have like a really good moment after he gets bulked up. I much prefer Captain America in present day. I do adore Peggy Carter. I do not adore Peggy Carter with Captain America. Yes, it sets up the feels for all the other films. I don't think they have that much chemistry. And then like Natalie Dormer's in it for like 2 seconds and like they totally villainize this female character. Ugh, Marvel, you did women dirty for like the first 5 years. Where's our female-led film, Marvel? Now, everything from this point on is like I really liked them, but they're not my favorite. Coming in at number 16 is Avengers Age of Ultron. I remember seeing this film in theaters and just wanting to feel the feels that I felt when I first saw the first Avengers movie, and it didn't live up to it. I really detest the Natasha and Bruce Banner relation. I mean, Marvel, here we go again with doing women dirty. That's the big reason why I did not like this film, was because the Black Widow, who is amazing and can do everything, was a damsel in distress. And she wasn't in half the movie. I'm like, I want to see her kick butt. I want to see her save this floating rock. It wasn't as epic as the first Avengers. I remember coming out of that film feeling really disappointed. Number 15 is Iron Man 3. Probably could have put this like under Avengers Age of Ultron, but I needed to put Avengers Age of Ultron at my 3rd least favorite just out of spite. Iron Man 3. It was fun. I like the kid in the movie. Pepper Potts was cool in it. Yeah. I don't really remember this one too much. Number 14 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The first Guardians blew my socks off. I was amazed. What is this film? Why? Oh my gosh, I was so excited. It was getting amazing reviews. I love the film. I think why I didn't like this one as much as the first one and why it falls so far down my list, my expectations were so high for it. They didn't travel through space a lot. And the whole point, I think, about Guardians of the Galaxy is that they're in space. So we kind of just went to one planet and that was it. And then we stayed there and then we fought there and then people died. Yeah, Baby Groot is the best part of that film. I love Baby Groot. He's so cute. And in the beginning scene, oh, it's so fun. Number 13. Some people would probably be really surprised that this isn't farther down my list, but I love this character. Thor the Dark World. I own his hammers. If you guys aren't really in the Marvel universe, this is like everyone's least favorite film. What I like about this one is Loki. Loki is so good in it. The brother relationship, it's hilarious, especially when like they're stealing the Dark Elves like spaceship and they're going through Asgard. I love it, but there's more romance and he's so pretty in it. Oh, Chris Hemsworth. He's my favorite Chris. And Thor's my favorite character, so... Number 12. I kind of feel bad about this being so low on my list, but there's others that I love more. It's Doctor Strange. I did really enjoy this film. I can't really say anything bad about it because I did really enjoy it. It didn't make me feel the way the first Guardians did. We had no idea that they were going to do a Doctor Strange film like 2013. And I remember all the Easter eggs, especially in Winter Soldier. And then they casted Benedict Cumberbatch. This was a lot of people's very anticipated Marvel film. I was anticipating it so much because I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I mean, he was amazing in Star Trek and Sherlock. We all love Benedict. Number 11. So this one is Spider-Man Homecoming for me. It kind of falls like in the middle there. Spider-Man is not my favorite character. I wasn't excited for another film. I grew up with Tobey Maguire as my Spider-Man. I really liked Andrew Garfield and I loved Emma Stone. Yeah, I was really excited that like Spider-Man was going to be in the MCU and that like Sony did this whole thing. I was so excited to see him in the Avengers film, so I understand why he got his own movie, and Tom Holland is amazing and it was really fun to see a super young actor play Spider-Man, what he's supposed to be. I'm so sad that we've already like expended so much of Spider-Man's storyline and its characters. They would have done such a fantastic job if it had never been done before. It was still really fun movie. And plus we got Iron Man. We got RDJ. It's just in the middle there. Number 10. This is Ant-Man. This one came out in like the middle of summer. It was like a July release. Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly. I mean, I love Evangeline Lilly because of Lost. This is the most family-orientated film. So we got the little girl, we have Hank and his daughter, Evangeline, Cameron the Wasp. This one's hilarious. I love the Thomas Train scene. This one's definitely in the middle too. Alright, we're getting closer to the top. This is number 9. Number 9 is Iron Man 2. This is not a lot of people's favorite films either. I like Iron Man 2. You know why? Because of Black Widow. Because of Natasha Romanoff. And we got a female character who kicked ass. And this was one of the first times I got to see someone kick ass besides X-Men. And I was like, yes. I love Scarlett Johansson. I love that her name is Natasha. I have such an amazing character's name. This was more fun because it was the introduction of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Number 8 is, can you guess it? Thor. So this is actually one of the only ones I didn't see in theaters. It came out in 2010-11. There was tough times with my family, so we could not afford to go see the film. I remember watching it at home and being so captivated by Chris Hemsworth. Who is this guy? My favorite part about Thor is the fish out of water with him. He doesn't know how to handle himself with humans, lesser beings. He's so egotistical. I love Natalie Portman in this one. And I love Darcy. Meow meow. I quote so many things from this film. This drink, I like it. Another! It's so corny, but it's so funny. Like, I love it when he's in the hospital. He like freaks out. Unhand me. Chris Hemsworth is just so beautiful. He has the worst wig in this one. It's so bad. How did I still like him when he had that awful wig on? People hate the Thor films. Why? Loki was in this one. Oh, Loki's hair was terrible in this one too. Loki's so good. I love Loki. Number 7, this is Iron Man. Yeah, the OG. I love this one because it's the original, and I really like the journey that Iron Man takes and the romance with Pepper Potts. And when she has to like reach her hand into like the crevice where the, what's it called, the light, that's just a funny scene. I really like the first one. I want to rewatch it again. Number 6. One of the newer ones. This is Captain America Civil War. So I really didn't like this film when I first saw it. I saw it in the movie theaters with Sasha in Chicago. I wanted more of the I wanted more of Captain America and more of Bucky.
Tasha, what's your status?
I wanted more, and there was too many characters. But I still really liked it because of Bucky and Falcon and Natasha. That's a really fun one to rewatch because I don't remember it fully because it's so new to the Marvel Universe. Another thing you might need to know about me is that I really like Bucky a lot. This one is full of a lot of good stunts and good action scenes. I haven't really talked about the action scenes, but now that we're getting into some of my favorites, the action scenes in Civil War are so good. Civil War is what Age of Ultron should have been. It just felt like a middle movie, like a placeholder, just to get to Civil War. Is the newest Marvel movie, Black Panther. I didn't know much about Black Panther, only that he was the first African-American superhero, and I was here for it. I really liked him in Civil War. He's so like calm and sweet, also like so kick-ass and like so royal. Yeah, this is one of my favorite theater experiences because I got to see it in LA with a bunch of my friends and in a movie theater with so many people so hyped for Black Panther. Oh, no, and the other reason why I liked it is because of female characters. Shuri, Lupita Nyong'o, Okaya. Oh, this is what I'm here for. I'm here for the female characters, and they finally did it 10 years later. It's such a fun world. I love Wakanda. Wakanda forever. Number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy. I've already talked about this one. This one is just, it blew my mind when I first saw it. And the music, oh my gosh, I was obsessed. The thing about the Marvel Universe is that it's been in our lives for so long. I'm obsessed with Marvel, but like not like I was with Twilight, but it's definitely there. I love the films, and I'm so excited for each one to come out. And I know the release dates. I know when it's coming out. I know when the trailers are dropping. It's fun to have those emotions again, to just be excited for something. Avengers. So Avengers used to be number 1, but then there were a couple others that like pushed it down. If you were here and if you went to the theater and if you had your tickets, you remember the day you saw Avengers. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 5 years ago. It was my senior year, and I was so excited for this film. Why am I getting emotional? We all have that same epiphany, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna make the Avengers. Like, this is gonna happen. And they did it so well with Iron Man, with Thor, with Captain America, with Black Widow, with the Hulk. They were all gonna be in this one film together, and it was magical. It propelled Marvel, and they made such a good movie. This film was so good because we had a small cast of characters. I think I'm not gonna like Infinity War because there's gonna be too many characters. I love these characters too much, and I want to spend time with them. I don't want to be like, move over here to this person, to this person. I really liked how everyone was together. And Loki, best villain ever. And number 2 goes to Thor Ragnarok. Oh, I could have made this my first one, but no, my first one is always going to be my favorite. This movie blew me away. We all never laughed so hard in a Marvel film before. It was like a buddy comedy. Oh my gosh. Taika Waititi. make more. My favorite character coupled with such color and such humor, it made for like the perfect movie. And it's so good. And I wasn't even sad that like all the original characters died. They killed off everyone. The cast was amazing. We had Valkyrie, we had Hela, and I like that we went to different worlds. I think that's what I really like best is when you shoot off to Earth or you shoot off to a different planet. Those are my favorite types of Marvel films, just because we get to see so much of this creative and colorful universe. So my first one, y'all probably have guessed it now since it's the only one left. But number one goes to Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I love Bucky, and I didn't really know him. Didn't really like him in the first one. He died. Spoiler. I knew he was the Winter Soldier when I went into it. I'm like, I liked the first one. It was okay. I love Chris Evans. I really liked that Black Widow was in it, so I was really pumped. The reason why I love this film so much is because of, again, all the quiet scenes with my favorite characters. All the stuff with Natasha and Steve was so much fun to watch. Their chemistry on screen was a joy to watch. The relationship between Steve and Bucky, he's like, what, 60, 80 years old, and he's seeing his friend for the first time who's still alive but is also a villain. I liked all those moments, but my favorite scene is actually Nick Fury's scene in the car. That action scene is possibly my favorite thing in the whole Marvel's cinematic universe. I mean, Bucky has like the most epic entrance ever. Sammy J is just like taking hits in his car, and he's all like, get me out of here, get me out of here. You're just like, yes, and he does get out of it, which I think is the best part. Like, if he got captured, it probably would have been different story, which then leads him to Steve's apartment, and then Steve chases Bucky, and he goes back to the hospital, and Nick is dead. There's so many double agents, and you think, there's Natasha double agent, what's happening? It's basically like a Mission Impossible, but like Marvel style. My microphone died. I don't remember what I was saying. That's it. Captain America, Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel movie of all time. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this list. I would love to hear what your favorite Marvel movie is and what your least favorite Marvel movie is. Please do not leave spoilers for Infinity War in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Natasha. Keep calm and fangirl on. Bye!